They said she was all talk. Overrated, software, just a three-point shooter with a camera crew. She won't survive the real league, they said. This isn't the Big Ten, sweetheart. This is the WNBA. We play rough here. They called her hype, a media puppet. Just another name on a jersey that would fade fast. And they didn't whisper it. They shouted it on podcasts, in interviews, across social media, even mid-game. Caitlin Clark, she heard every single word. But here's what they didn't expect. She never flinched. See, the hate didn't start on draft night. It was already burning way before she stepped on a WNBA court. Back in college, during a heated game against Ohio State, things boiled over. Caitlin was down low, fighting for a rebound, elbows flying, bodies crashing. It was pure chaos under the basket. Then, boom, Cody McMahon snatched the rebound and muscled up a shot through contact. Caitlin tried to contest it, but as the whistle blew, McMahon didn't stop. She turned around and shoved Caitlin Clark straight to the floor. No accident, no oops. That was personal. The crowd exploded. Teammates rushed in. Tension filled the air like a storm about to hit. But Caitlin, she didn't give them the reaction they wanted. No drama, no shoving back. She just got up, fixed her jersey, and kept hooping. Like always, you'd think that stepping into the WNBA would mean a fresh start, a new level of respect. But nah, if anything, the hate turned up louder. Just a few games in, Kennedy Carter delivered a cheap shot, off the ball, no warning, no play, just a shoulder straight into Caitlin's ribs. The refs swallowed the whistle, but the cameras caught everything. The internet caught fire. Was it dirty? Was it just tough love? Everyone had an opinion. But Caitlin? She didn't say a word. She just got back up. Again. From college courts to pro arenas, it's been the same story. People doubt her, challenge her, try to break her, and every single time, she doesn't clap back. She claps buckets. But tonight, this wasn't just any game. Because when Ryan Howard smacked Caitlin Clark in the face, it didn't feel like just another hard foul. It felt like a fuse had finally been lit. The sound of that hit, it echoed through the arena. Fans went silent, teammates rushed in. But Caitlin, she didn't even blink. She stood up, fixed her headband, and then she flipped a switch. What came next wasn't about getting even. It was a warning shot to the entire league. And this wasn't just some rookie drama. Because Ryan Howard, she's no bench warmer. She's the real deal. #1 draft pick, rookie of the year, and one of the league's most dangerous scorers. Long, lethal, locked in. Howard doesn't ask for respect. She takes it. She's been leading the Atlanta Dream from day one, with a calm intensity that speaks louder than trash talk ever could. She doesn't stir up drama. She delivers damage. So when she was the one who hit Caitlin Clark, everyone knew. This meant something. It wasn't heat of the moment. It wasn't frustration. It was a statement, a tone setter, a shot across the bow. And the entire building felt the shift. No one said it out loud. But the energy, it got heavy, fast. It may be called a preseason game, but don't get it twisted. The pressure's already turned all the way up. The lights are on, the cameras are rolling. And Caitlin Clark, she's not just playing ball. She's carrying expectations bigger than the scoreboard. Every move she makes is under the microscope. She's got pressure on her back and a big red target on her chest. The Atlanta Dream came to send a message. The Indiana Fever, they're still fighting to prove this isn't all just media hype. That they belong, that Caitlin belongs. But Clark, she's not easing into her second year. She's getting thrown into the fire, again. No grace period, no time to breathe, no room for slip-ups. Every pass, every shot, every glare. It's all being judged in real time. So no, this wasn't just a preseason game. Not after that hit. Now it's war. And what happens next? That's where things really get wild. The game tipped off, and you could feel the tension crackling in the air. This wasn't just a preseason warm-up. It was already personal. And Indiana, they struck first. Caitlin Clark snatched a rebound, then went full throttle, coast to coast, slicing through Atlanta's defense like she had something to prove. No celebration, no emotion, just business. Next possession, she came off a screen. Defender went under. Clark stopped, popped, splash, 3. Just like that, the message was loud and clear. She was here to take over. But Atlanta wasn't about to roll over. Tahina Paopao answered. She grabbed a handoff near the top, attacked hard, finished through contact, and yelled on the way down, and won. That play, it shook the Dream awake. They needed it. But the Fever, they weren't slowing down, not even a little. Clark came right back, dropped a perfect over-the-top dime to Aaliyah Boston, who sealed her defender and powered through for her own and won. Indiana had found their rhythm, their confidence unshakable. Then came the second quarter. Clark sprinted off a pin-down screen, caught it in motion, and drilled another three, like it was muscle memory. Moments later, she broke down her defender with slick footwork, then fired a no-look laser straight to Sophie Cunningham, who cut backdoor for an easy layup. The lead, it ballooned. Indiana was now up 26-16, their biggest lead so far. The Fever were moving like a unit, fast, smart, and fearless. Ball was zipping, players were trusting. Momentum was theirs. Atlanta needed something, anything. And once again, Te-Hina Paopao stepped up. She rose up behind a pick and roll and drilled a clean three over soft coverage. A glimmer of hope. But Indiana, still locked in, still executing like a team on a mission. And this was only the beginning. This time, it was Sophie Cunningham making noise. She curled into a handoff, saw the defense take one step too far back, and she let it fly. Money. First three of the night, and she barely blinked. Finally, Atlanta's big name made her entrance. Rhyne Howard, quiet until now, got a clean look from the wing. Catch, shoot, buckets. But guess who didn't flinch? Caitlin Clark. Next trip down, she hit her defender with a full bag. Crossovers, rhythm dribbles, step back beyond the arc. Cash. Held the follow-through, looking for the foul, but the whistle stayed silent. Didn't matter. The net whispered. Atlanta tried to respond, again. Brionna Jones dropped a dime to Kimbrough backdoor. Smooth. Then Paopao pulled up with some cold-blooded step-back magic and drilled a three in her defender's face. But even with all that, by the time the half was winding down, one thing was crystal clear. No matter what Atlanta threw, Clark had an answer. Then the second half, same storm, same Clark. She came sprinting off a pin down, caught it in rhythm, sliced through the lane, and floated a scoop layup off the glass. Looked easy, wasn't. And just when you thought she was done, she ran the pick and roll like a surgeon, dropped a laser pocket pass to Aaliyah Boston, who went through her defender like a truck for two more. Indiana was rolling. And then, Kelsey Mitchell stepped in. She faced up her defender, gave a slick hesitation, and glided past like it was nothing. Layup. Clean. Now the Fever's backcourt? They weren't just playing, they were teaching a masterclass. But give Atlanta credit, they weren't ready to fold. Not yet. Brionna Jones wasn't messing around. She fought like a warrior for deep position under the rim, demanded the rock, and muscled in a tough layup. Through contact, off balance, no fear. And she wasn't done. Next trip down, she went right back to work, this time finishing with her left hand, twisting through tight coverage like it was nothing. Indiana didn't panic. They stayed aggressive. Kelsey Mitchell launched a deep three. But that shot only happened because Sophie Cunningham scrapped for an offensive board and kept the play alive. Hustle turned into buckets. Then came a loud reminder. Rhyne Howard, cool as ever, slipped away from the defense on an off-ball lift during the pick and roll. Catch, shoot, splash. A deep three that said, "Don't forget who I am." But Clark, she clapped back immediately. Not with a bucket, but with a moment straight out of a highlight reel. She snatched the board, scanned the floor like a quarterback, and with zero hesitation, launched a full-court bullet to Dana Bonner, hitting her in stride like they'd practiced it 1,000 times. The crowd gasped. It was a jaw-dropper. Atlanta wouldn't go quietly. Te-Hina Paopao, again, rose off a pin-down screen and drilled a three with perfect rhythm. She was keeping the dream alive, but as the quarter wound down, Indiana still held firm, 63-57, with one more round to go. And then came the fourth. And that's when it became the Lexi Hull show. It started with something simple, a handoff. Lexi Hull curled around it, took one dribble, and pulled up smooth in the paint. Bucket. Next trip down, same motion. But this time, she kept the ball, bulldozed through contact, and finished hard. And won. She popped up fired up, chest bump from her teammates. Now she was in rhythm. Next possession, same setup. Curl, catch, fire, elbow jumper, cash. Atlanta had no clue how to stop her off-ball movement. Few plays later, same handoff, same result, another layup. Then again, another handoff, this time a pull-up jumper just inside the arc. Same motion, same deadly result. Lexi wasn't just scoring. She was surgically picking apart a defense that couldn't keep up with her pace, her timing, her confidence. No heat checks, no hero shots, just cold-blooded execution. Atlanta made one last push. Haley Jones drained a corner three to bring it close. But it was too late. Lexi had already slammed the door shut. Final score, 81-76. Fever win. Atlanta thought they could rattle her. They thought one hard hit might throw Caitlin Clark off her game. But instead, they lit a fire they couldn't put out. From the opening layup to the final buzzer, Clark never blinked. And when Atlanta thought they had her solved, Lexi Hull stepped in and closed the deal. What started as a statement from the dream turned into a response they weren't ready for. Play after play, possession after possession. The Fever took control, and Atlanta, they walk away with more than just a preseason L. They walk away knowing they tried to send a message, and it backfired. Because this wasn't just a game.